Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Falls, Golden What If, whatever you want to call me. And we are back with a brand new What If. What if Tanjiro had Amaterasu breathing? Part 1 of 2. So we're going to basically break it up into 2 parts because I wanted to get this out, at least half of it out to y'all as soon as possible. And then hopefully I'll have the next part done pretty quickly after that. Alright, I don't really got much to say, but other than that, I appreciate all the support that I've been getting on all these videos. And I hope all y'all that are watching right now can continue that support, because it means the world to me. Alright, no more of that. We ain't gonna waste no more time. We're gonna get right into this. What if Tanjiro was a young boy? When he was growing up, he would watch his deathly sick father dance in the freezing snow. He always thought that he was so graceful, and the day before his father passed, he told him that one day when life gets you down and you feel like hope is all lost, you breathe deep and you breathe sharp and let the flames come and be rid of that darkness. The story all starts with that young boy, beloved by everyone because of his complete and utter kind heart. His family lives in the mountains, and they send him down to the village to sell coal for money on occasion. The landscape is covered in snow with an ice-cold breeze. Tanjiro begins telling his family that he wants to give them an amazing new year. So, Tanjiro leaves to the village in a rush to get his family the money they need by selling the coal they have. Making it to the village, everyone is happy to see him, but at the same time is asking for help on various things, as well as buying coal from him. Eventually it strikes night, and an old man tells him that stay with him for the night to avoid the man-eating demons. He does so and actually just sets off in the morning. As he climbs up to his house, he smells blood. He then reaches his household to see his whole family all dead, but realizes that Nezuko, his younger sister, was hanging on to life. Running with her, he actually falls down the mountain. Then Nezuko, been turned into a demon herself, begins to attack Tanjiro. And as Tanjiro is holding her off with his axe, she begins to cry. Showing up out of nowhere is Giyu Tomioka, grabbing Nezuko away from him and actually taking a swing at her in the process. He tells Tanjiro that he must kill the demon, but Tanjiro refuses and protects Nezuko. They begin to fight while Tomioka basically holds Nezuko hostage. It all starts by Tanjiro throwing a rock at Tomioka and charges at him with his axe. Tanjiro begins to remember what his father told him before he passed. When things go bad, breathe deep, breathe sharp, and let the flames come. Tanjiro breathes. Tanjiro's breath lights a blaze, a black blaze, but Tomioka still knocks him out with ease until an axe comes falling from the sky that he barely dodges, that is coated in a black flame that basically lights the tree on fire, but doesn't spread at all. The tree behind him then extinguishes in an instant. Tanjiro then wakes up, looking at Tomioka, with Nezuko knocked out on the ground. Look, kid. I want you to go to the mountains and find someone by the name of Urokodaki. He will be able to help you. Tomioka says this, and then just vanishes. Tanjiro takes Nezuko to a nearby cave, while he goes to get a basket to carry her in. He carries her for a bit until they reach the mountains as the moon arises. They arrive at a little house, and Tanjiro smells this immense blood in the air. It's a demon! The temple demon turns. This is my food. You get your own. Wait, you're a demon, but you? The demon in a flash charges at Tanjiro, knocking him to the ground. Tanjiro grabs his axe, but is pinned down by the demon until Nezuko kicks its head off. Tanjiro kicks the rest of the demon off of him, but the demon stands like nothing actually happened. Tanjiro charges at the demon with his axe, while it lights on fire once again with that black flame. When he strikes the demon's body, his head begins to burn as well as crumbling to a crisp. The demon not quite dead and gone, but in a state of seemingly eternal burning, even when the black flames seemingly go away. Urokodaki shows up, explaining who he is and questioning what Tanjiro just did, but Tanjiro can't really explain what these flames are. Urokodaki explains that Tomioka told him that he was coming, and that he is here to train him, and also train you in this seemingly new power. Tanjiro then goes with him to his house and sees Nezuko as Nezuko goes to sleep. Okay, Tanjiro, it is time to train. Follow me. Urokodaki brings him up a mountain and tells him to make it down before sunrise. Tanjiro goes through various booby traps, but makes it to the bottom. This is repeated for an extensive amount of time, on top of him learning water breathing, but seemingly after 3 months, he is not able to actually use water breathing. One day during his training under a waterfall, Tanjiro tried to use water breathing once again, but his body lit up in black flames, even engulfing the waterfall that was covering him. Urokodaki sees this and tells Tanjiro that they will be focusing on making these flames his own, and this will be his very own style of breathing, unique to him. After a total of a year of training, Tanjiro has made 5 forms of breathing. He and Urokodaki decided to deem it Amaterasu breathing, based off the goddess of the sun. Urokodaki then told Tanjiro that for a final challenge, he will need to slice this boulder. Tanjiro looks at the boulder and looks back at Urokodaki and asks, "So I can't just destroy it?" Urokodaki looks at Tanjiro oddly as Tanjiro lights his sword on fire and slices the boulder, melting the entire boulder. "Well, Tanjiro, that will do, I guess, but before you go to the final selection, I want you to take some time to master and use these forms of breathing." Tanjiro shakes his head and actually trains for the next 6 months or more to learn how to properly use his brand new breathing style. Finally, after the training, Tanjiro heads off to the final selection. But he actually says something. "Thank you, Urokodaki, and make sure to tell Sabito and Makomo I said thank you for the advice during my training." Urokodaki gasps and begins to think, even beyond the grave, they were amazing students. Tanjiro makes the journey to the final selection, and he is greeted by many other demon slayers, or future demon slayers. Then 2 little girls walk out, and one begins to explain what is going on.
Beyond this area, there are many demons who are very hungry. You must not only make it up this mountain, but also survive for 7 days in this demon-filled forest. Good luck, young demon slayers.
Tanjiro heads into the forest and immediately is attacked by a demon, but he dodges, lighting the demon on fire. "Tell me, can I turn a demon back into a human? I will stop these flames if you tell me so." The demon looks at him with a want to kill, so Tanjiro assumed that the answer he sought for was not with that demon, or within any of these demons at all. Tanjiro slays that demon and many others to come after him. While Tanjiro begins walking from defeating another demon, he hears very loud footsteps. Tanjiro turns, seeing a massive demon. He also sees another demon slayer running from that demon. "Come here, kid. Make this easy." "Demon, leave him alone. Fight me instead." "That mask! You're one of Urokodaki's brats. Basically free dinner for me. Even that kid with the scar on his face couldn't beat me. And the little one, she died with ease as well." Tanjiro's face went flush. What, kid? Nothing to say? Tears fall from Tanjiro's face, and as they hit the ground, they evaporate. Tanjiro's sword holds tight as its Amaterasu flames ignite. Amaterasu breathing, fifth form, black flame trails. Tanjiro dashes forward, leaving imprints of his shoes on the ground. Kid, it won't be that easy. The hand demon stands there, and Tanjiro in a flash dashes through him. Ah! It burns! It burns! Tanjiro slices the hand demon's head off, and the flames extinguish. You killed so many, but even so, I hope God shows mercy on your soul. The body of the demon disappears, and through the sheer flames, it completely burnt off Tanjiro's mask. Soon came the end of the 7 days, and Tanjiro survived with 4 other people. Tanjiro watched as the 2 little girls walked up. One guy grabbed one of their heads, demanding for the ore for his sword. Tanjiro lights his arm on fire as he pulls back, telling him not to pull something like that again. Tanjiro then cools the flame down, making it as if the flame was never there in the first place. The guy scoffs and backs up.
Now that you have passed the final selection, please pick your choice of ore for your sword.
Tanjiro, using his keen sense of smell, picks the one he wants and begins to head back down the mountain. When he reaches the bottom, he sees his little sister Nezuko, awake once again after so long. I was so worried, Nezuko, but I'm glad you're awake now. Urokodaki, Nezuko, and Tanjiro all embrace in a hug. They head inside and begin talking about when Tanjiro will get his sword. The next day, they came, and the swordsmith came to provide Tanjiro with his brand new Nichi Ring sword. The swordsmith hoped for Tanjiro's sword to turn red, but it actually turned a very dark black color, but it seemed like it was pulsing. The swordsmith leaves, and Tanjiro gets ready to head out. Urokodaki gives him a box for Nezuko and tells him to do his best to turn his little sister, back into a human once again. Tanjiro leaves with Nezuko in the box, and they head out. Head to the nearest town, young girls are going missing. Head to the nearest town, young girls are going missing. Tanjiro heads to the town, and when he arrives, he sees a man getting beat up. You idiot! You had one job. Keep my daughter safe, and you couldn't even do that. I'm sorry, I tried to protect her. Tanjiro then dashes in and gets the man to stop beating the other while laying on the ground. Tanjiro then begins talking to the man. What's your name? Kazumi. Tanjiro exchanges names with the guy and begins to ask, okay, I need you to tell me all that happened when your wife disappeared. Well, we were walking around in the town at night, and then out of nowhere I looked to my side and she was gone. Okay, thank you, sir. Tanjiro then begins to search all around the town, trying to catch a whiff of the demon. Nighttime then strikes, and he gets a faint whiff of a demon, and then it goes away, leaving just a small remnant of the demon's smell. Tanjiro then smells the demon once again, as the demon comes out of a portal from underneath the ground. What are you doing here, little demon slayer? Here to die? Actually, I'm here for you. I have a couple questions. As a gift to you before you die, why not? Can I turn a demon back into a human? Kid, why would any demon want to be a human? So useless. The demon charges in, but as he does this, 2 more come from behind Tanjiro. Nezuko about to jump out of her box to help, but Amaterasu breathing, 3rd form, darkness fire lake. The area around the demon and Tanjiro, now a dark lake. Not even the reflection of the moon is showing up. The lake lights ablaze, burning the demon burning the demon up, and the lake fades as Tanjiro slices the demon's head off. The demon, while dying, looks at Tanjiro. Muzan, Who is he, Mr. Demon? The demon looks back, looks in shock and fear, but Tanjiro can tell that it's not from himself at this point, but it's because of the name, Muzan. Tanjiro retrieves the young girl and the stolen items that the demon took and tells Kazumi to live life how your love would want you to live. Push forward and cherish the life you have been giving. Tanjiro leaves and the crow begins to tell him to head to the nearby city. Tanjiro arrives, letting Nezuko out of the box while he gets food. While this happens, he smells something odd, realizing that this smell is one that was there when his family was killed. He runs and runs and runs. Muzan, I know that's you! Right there! Amaterasu breathing. Third form. Darkness Fire Lake. Oh. What is this? Everyone is gone, huh? Muzan, you killed my family. You turned my little sister into a demon. You will die for that, I promise you that. Kid, you annoy me. But just what are you gonna do? It may seem like I am trapped in this lake area, but I assume once your breathing slips, this will all go away. So kid, what is your move? Let down this thing that you made? Or take a swing at me? The lake then disappears like nothing happened to the outside world. Muzan, I know what you're thinking. Send them. And they will get sent to the afterlife just like you the next time we meet. Tanjiro then vanishes from sight, using his Amaterasu flames to cover his trail. Tanjiro, now back with Nezuko, is approached by someone telling him to follow, and that someone wants to talk to him. Tanjiro realizes that this guy is a demon, and questions it, but decides to follow, coming to a house. They enter, meeting Lady Tamayo, and they begin talking about if a cure is actually possible to turn a demon back into a human. She explains that yes, it is possible, but not known of, but we would need like blood from the more powerful demons, the 12 Kisuke. Tanjiro stops her as she says this. Wait, get down! Balls come flying through the house, even hitting Yoshiro in the face, taking his head clean off. Tanjiro grabs his sword. Amaterasu breathing, first form, blade of eternal burning. He begins evaporating the balls that are flying through the house, and he lights the front of the yard on fire to surround the area. Tanjiro walks out, seeing one demon standing there and can smell another in the tree. He lights the one in the tree on fire, and he stumbles out. Tanjiro, without hesitation, knowing that these demons were sent by Muzan himself, runs straight in to fight the female demon. Amaterasu breathing, first form, blade of eternal burning. She dodges, but is struck by the edge of the sword, lighting her on fire, and while in pain, he cuts her head off and turns to the other demon. The other demon, still on fire, he lowers the temperature of the flames, seeing the demon sigh in relief. But while the demon was distracted, Tanjiro got behind him, slicing his head off as well. Tanjiro kneels next to him. Muzan should have sent demons stronger than you two. But I do not wish anything bad upon you in the afterlife. I hope that you find relief in death. After defeating the demons and saying their final goodbyes to Lady Tamayo and Yoshiro, they head off on their next mission, running into a boy crying and begging for a girl to be his wife. Please, be my wife. I'm gonna die soon.
Let me go. I'm not going to be your wife. Leave me alone.
Please. Please. Tanjiro sees this, and he grabs the boy and dragging him with him. Where are we going? On a mission. It's better if we stick together. But I don't want to die. You're not going to die if we stick together. Tanjiro asks him for his name, and he responds that his name is Zenitsu. And obviously, in return, Tanjiro tells him his name. They arrive at the mission at a nearby mansion, seeing two little kids shivering under a tree, seemingly scared for their lives. And they cry out to them, saying that their brother is in that house. Tanjiro and Zenitsu look at the mansion to hear screams from within. Tanjiro looks to the kids. I promise, we will get your brother back. And that is the end of this first part of What If Tanjiro Had Amaterasu breathing. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. And shout out to my friend. I might have something linked in the description for her. I don't know yet. But if there's nothing down there, that's probably because she didn't want it. But yeah, shout out to my friend for doing some of the female voices for me. I thought that would be a cool little addition. And if you enjoyed that, let me know in the comment section below. And like I said, if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. It means the world, and it means that you're liking the content, you're loving the content, or you're about the content. You know what I mean? So yeah, and if you have any other suggestions for this what if or any other future what ifs, please leave it below, and I will try my best to get to it as soon as possible. But a little heads up, I do have one last AP exam for the people that are in high school, you know what I'm talking about. I have one last AP exam coming up very soon. So that's why the uploads are kind of like are going to be a little bit sporadic, but once that's over, the trend of me uploading pretty consistently is going to continue. But yeah, that's about it. All I have to say. And have an amazing day, everybody. Later. I don't